Everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn the difference between devoir and falloir. They are both on the top 10 list of the most common French verb. So, both in the top 10 and they both have kind of the same meaning. It's quite confusing. Devoir is number 9, falloir is number 5. I have a blog post about the 100 most common French verbs. If you want, I will add the link in the description box. And while you are in the description box, you can also check out my French word of the day to receive a new word and extra lesson directly to your inbox every single day. Today's word of the day is devoir. You can learn its pronunciation and example in context with audio, of course, and related lessons. Today, the two related lessons are the conjugation of devoir and the 100 most common French verbs. It's very useful. The link is in the description box if you would like to sign up to receive the word of the day. I also have a free PDF for this lesson as usual, so if you are receiving my newsletter, make sure to open it because there's always tons of stuff in there. So, devoir and falloir can both be translated to must or to have to in English, but they are used slightly differently, okay? I'm going to give you some little tricks at the end to make sure to remember both, but I want to explain you first the difference. So devoir equal a personal obligation. Devoir is used to express a duty, and remember that, a duty, or an obligation that is directly linked to the subject of the sentence, very important as well. Devoir is conjugated according to the subject, which is different than falloir. So in the present tense, for example, we have je dois, tu dois, il doit, elle doit, on doit, nous devons, vous devez, ils doivent, elles doivent. So devoir is a regular verb, it's irregular, but it's a regular verb in the sense that it can be conjugated with every single pronoun. It is not an impersonal verb that we're going to see after. Let's see. Je dois finir mes devoirs. I must finish my homework. Je dois finir mes devoirs. Tu dois rendre visite à ta grand-mère plus souvent. Tu dois rendre visite à ta grand-mère plus souvent. Les élèves doivent étudier plus. Les élèves doivent étudier plus. Okay? So they must study more. It's an obligation, it's a duty. They have to. Okay? How many times can I say okay in this video again? Let's see. So now, falloir. Falloir is an impersonal necessity. Falloir is an impersonal verb used to express a need or necessity that applies generally, not to a specific subject, and it's used only in the third person singular, such as il faut. Because falloir is an impersonal verb, right? So if you look at the conjugation in the present tense as well, we have je, nothing, tu, nothing, il faut. So falloir is only conjugated with il all the time, in all tenses. There's never je, there's never tu, never, never, never. If you want the full conjugation, I also have it on my website if you want to review and learn more about the pronunciation. Very useful. So an impersonal verb means that it can only be conjugated with il. It's the same in English, you know, such as to rain. It rains. You can say I rain, or snows. It snows. You cannot say I snow. So the same. All those verbs are impersonal verbs. Very easy. While the conjugation of falloir is easy, il faut can either be followed by an infinitive verb or by que plus the French subjunctive. So it's a different structure, basically. We have two different structures. Il faut plus infinitive verb is obviously the easiest, but il faut que plus subjunctive is not very hard to use, and we use it a lot. If you struggle to know when to use the subjunctive, I have a whole page with everything taking the subjunctive on my website, with example audios. I mean, you can spend hours on it. It did take me hours to make. So I will also link it in the description box. It's very useful. I will have it on my newsletter also pretty soon, I think. So, example. I have the same example with both sentence structure just to show you. Il faut partir maintenant. It's necessary to leave now. To leave now. Or we have to leave now. Can be translated like that too. Il faut partir maintenant. So here, if you say il faut partir maintenant, you're talking to the whole room. Okay? Il faut partir maintenant. Come on, let's go. It's not directed to a very specific person, it's more a general statement. If you want to direct it at a specific person, you're going to use the subjunctive after. Il faut que tu partes maintenant. Il faut que tu partes maintenant. You have to leave now. But in French, this is also, even though we're talking to a specific person, it's also more a general statement. Il faut que tu partes maintenant. So I'm not telling you that you have to leave now, even though it's the translation in English. I'm saying that something makes that you have to leave now. But it's not me. Maybe you have an appointment and I'm like, oh, il faut que tu partes maintenant, to be on time. But I'm not saying that you have to do it, if that makes sense. There's a very, very, very slight difference in French. Let's see another one. Il faut être là avant midi. Il faut être là avant midi, okay? Il faut que tu sois là avant midi. Il faut que tu sois là avant midi. Does it make sense? Do you see the slight difference? So once again, even if you use the pronoun il faut que tu sois là avant midi, it's more general thing, it's more necessity. Okay, it's not a duty. We'll see that in a minute. No, actually, we're seeing that now. How to remember the difference? To remember the difference, it's easy. Think of the other meanings of the word devoir when used as a noun. So un devoir is homework, but un devoir is also a duty. So devoir is used when we talk about a duty or an obligation. When falloir, like I explained just a minute ago, is a necessity that is more general. Does it make sense? Just so you know, if you use that in the conversation in French, which you will, nobody's going to point it that you're not using the wrong one. The difference is so slim. If you ask French speakers who are not teachers, they probably don't even realize when they use one or the other. Nobody could be able to explain it to you. So it's not a big deal. It's always good to use correctly, but if you don't, really nobody is going to throw you a rock. It's always good to use it correctly, but if you don't, it's really not a big deal. And that's it for today. If you want to review the conjugation of each verb, I will have the link in the description box. Don't forget to subscribe to the word of the day, and thank you for watching, and see you next Wednesday for a new French lesson. À mercredi prochain.